Hi guys, Kenneth here. Welcome to my How to Build a Gunpla video. So in this guide, I will use my Strike Freedom RG, that's a real great kit, Gundam kit, to show you how to build a Gunpla Gundam plastic model kit from start to finish. So the first few things that you need, you're going to need the Gundam kit, obviously. I'm using the Strike Freedom RG for this one. You're going to need a few tools. You're going to need the nippers. You're going to need a X-Acto knife, a pair of tweezers, a few Ziploc bags, and a file. And then of course a marker to label your bags. So as you can see from this time-lapse, I started out by following the instructions while nipping out the parts from the sprue, and then categorizing them and sorting them into bags. This is going to help organize the way I paint. It's going to help the entire process basically, because a lot of things when you build Gundam you don't realize that like the intricacies for parts, they look a lot alike, but they're not, because one's left orientated and one's right orientated. So if you don't want your arms to suddenly be able to bend backwards or your elbows misplaced, you're gonna really need to sort the left and the right configuration. So this is the first step, is time consuming, but it is absolutely necessary if you want to airbrush, because you need the parts to be off the sprues and filed down when you airbrush, so that the paint actually goes on. Because if you're going to cut after you assemble, then that's not gonna be painted fully. So when you complete this entire step, you're going to end up with about 7 to 10 Ziploc bags of sorted Gundam parts. And then we move on to painting. So when you first begin painting, you wanna use crocodile clamps to put them. You wanna set up a nice space. You wanna put them into their separate spraying trays, and the more spraying trays, the better. The more crocodile clamps you have, the better. You're gonna need a lot of them, and you're gonna just take a lot of time and you just meticulously spray each one so that you make sure that every part is coated. And because the RG comes with internal kits, you're gonna have trouble, because if you don't spray the internal frame, or if you only spray certain parts of the internal frame, it's not gonna show up. It's gonna show up in very small and intricate places in the end model, and that's not what you want. So you want to spray them cleanly and entirely, even though about say 90% of the internal frame is not shown in the final piece. So it took a lot of time, and you make sure you spray front and back, because you're never sure when sometimes the back of what you assume to be an assembled piece is to be shown in the final Gundam. And so once you finish spraying everything, you're gonna have everything in the sprues and the sorting trays, and you're just ready to build. So when you finally come down to building your Gundam, this is the easiest part of the whole process, but the part that you would probably make the most mistakes. It's easy and it's fun because this is the first step. You get to see the fruits of your labor, and you see your Gundam actually get to come together. And it's the hardest part because there are a lot of details inside the instructions, and if you don't know how to read Japanese, or you seem to look over the small details, you tend to miss a lot of instructions. The steps which certain parts have to go in first, or certain orientations the piece has to go in to fit into the Gundam. So after this step, the straight build, you should be ready to display this. Of course, the next step is to decal your piece. The next step is to weather your piece, and yeah, that's about as far as you go for a basic painted build. I ended up painting the shield instead of using the stickers, because those stickers are ugly. Then the only decals that I used, the only stickers that I used, were the ones for words. Just I guess words in general were all that I used the stickers for. The linings, which was silver, I painted on. The gold trimming, I also painted on. So yeah, so once this is done, the next few pictures will be my finished straight build, and then my decaled and weathered Gundam. Enjoy.